come with me on a foot journey as we load the accessories on the Husqvarna Viking Designer EPIC 2, from when it comes originally to you in this little zippered pouch to where they all fit in the amazing accessory holder. There's a part in the front and there's extra storage in the back. Now this is the part that actually slides off when you put your embroidery unit on. So just note that if you are wanting access to all those feet, maybe find a home for it when you put your embroidery unit in place. Okay, so in no particular order here, we're gonna just kind of reach in and pull out different things. You know what? Let's start with this. This is the straight stitch throat plate that comes with this machine. Love that because it actually is not one you have to purchase extra, but when you do put it on and you see where the needle can only go through that single hole. I love this for free motion quilting and also for embroidery. But when we put it on, the machine can censor when this is on versus when the zigzag throat plate is on, and we'll make sure that you don't accidentally go zigzagging and break a needle right here. So this actually has a special place. So let's just take this all the way off, slide it right into those little openings and push towards the left. Now this little hole right here can assist you in sliding it back to the right and taking it apart. Once you switch it, then this plate will fit also in that same area. All right, attached to that little bag were actually some stickers, these yellow stickers. We're going to set them over there. They are Teflon pieces that can be placed on the underneath side of any foot you need to have stitching over vinyl or leather. So we can turn this foot here into a non-stick foot at just placing that in place. I do find that helpful when I'm doing a zipper, and I can actually put that on my zipper foot. So reaching in, let's pull out our embroidery foot. So this is a spring-loaded foot. We'll show you an easy way when we get to embroidery of how to kind of attach that. It consists of lowering the needle just a little bit when you are taking the screw off the side and attaching it to the machine. In a pinch, you can use this for free motion quilting as well, but traditionally it is used for our embroidery. There are some discs, larger discs that you'll find. You're going to find that these are going to just come in here. When you slide the thread stand all the way up and flip these up, they are what your thread sits on. So go ahead and place those with the ridges side up and in place. So you actually have two of those that will come with the machine. You also will find that if you have a spool like this, like this one here is halfway used, so it's starting to get lighter, you can put a spool cap on so it doesn't flip up on the top. So we can go ahead and do something like that to hold that in place. There's a couple different sizes of those spool caps, small, medium, and large. And sometimes, since I don't use these a whole lot, usually I don't need them, but today I do, I'm going to actually put them in the back area to where they can be accessible, but not all the time. Sometimes when we use our cone threads, we do have a couple thread nets that come with the machine. And I don't usually need these, but from time to, it's only when you really need them. You got a spool that doesn't work so great, or it's kind of kinky when it's coming off, like metallic threads, you can slip this little net over the spool and it will make it behave. So I like those in case of emergency, use those. Another thing that I like to put in the back little case here is our automatic buttonhole foot. So this will sense how long the button is that we measure out on the screen. We'll show you that. This part plugs in on the back side right about here, and then that will sense and make the perfect buttonhole over and over. We do buttonholes in our Viking Stitching Cosmos online course, but not for normal button reasons. We use them decoratively, so check those out. If you have a larger spool cone that you're using, this can go up through the middle and makes it so it doesn't kind of move around. So again, something I don't need often because of the brand of thread that I use. They are available there. Okay, nice little pack of needles, a variety pack. So we've got wing needles, stretch needle, jeans needles, and embroidery needles, along with a whole handful of different sizes of universal needles. So this is a pack from the Husqvarna Viking Inspira brand. This is a great brand to get. It's very economical, but you can use Schmetz needles. You can use any home sewing machine needles in this machine. So you'll find that you can line up your needles at that point. Seam ripper comes with every machine that I own, so it's always nice to have extras. Seam guide fits into the back part here. That can sometimes go in the back if I don't use that a lot. Now, these bobbins, these are the blue Viking EPIC bobbins. They will fit in this cute little bobbin holder, which by the way, can actually be slid out. So if you're winding a whole bunch of bobbins, this you can actually take out, set it there, wind them all up, and either keep next to you when you embroider. If you've got half of them wound with embroidery needles or bobbins and half with sewing bobbins. So kind of fun to have. You actually get quite a few of the bobbins. These are bigger. Did you notice how tall they are? They're much taller than regular bobbins, so they do hold a lot more. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bobbins come standard with this machine. That's a nice start. I'm usually about 20 to 25 bobbins is usually what I need. Brush for cleaning. Yes, we clean this machine, but we do not oil. We'll show you a special video on how to take care of this machine so it treats you well. And then you'll take it in for its annual cleaning once a year at your local Husqvarna Viking Service Center. This little guy is amazing. He's actually magnetic on this end. So when we go to take out our needle, look, it actually even holds itself in place. Magnetic, easy to twist and hold, and then also for taking our foot ankle off as well. So whether you're using it on the right side or the left side, it's easy. Just don't over tighten things. That's the key for this. And then you do have kind of an end here. You can use that to lift the throat plate off or even use it for the screwdriver side. I keep that right up front. The multi-purpose tool, you will see this me using it multiple times. It's thick and thin. It will help you go up and over a thick seam. There's a hole in the end to help you take a needle on or off, depending on if you want to catch it when you loosen it. That's awesome. And then also for sewing buttons on, it'll create that little shank of thread there. Okay, now we're actually down to our feet. I did mention that we had a buttonhole foot already. I want to show you the manual buttonhole foot because if you count in 1, 2, 3, when you look down in this little hole, there is actually a place for this little nut part on the back of the foot. That's for making a corded buttonhole. But if you put that end in first, it goes far enough down that this can actually close and not get stuck on the foot sticking up too much if it was in one of these. So definitely find that little holder there. You have a non-stick Teflon foot or non-stick foot, great for vinyls, and you can put these in any order. We have a blind hem foot, and they're labeled with letters. So if you tell the machine that you're doing a blind hem, this foot here, that letter will change on screen, tell you which foot to be using. We have regular feet that are good for sewing, number A or letter A, letter B. The S foot is on here. The 1/4 inch foot is here, and that is also an IDF foot, so you can bring that feeding system down and have perfect feeding. We have an overlock foot, so if you don't have a serger or your serger has a different color of thread on it and you just need to do a little bit, put the J foot on. Again, it'll tell you right here on the screen. Here is our zipper foot, again open for that IDF feature, the integrated dual feed, to come down and help with sewing a zipper on. That is foot E. And then also an R foot, which you can use for like darning or free motion work as well. So that can sit in with that point. So we're pretty excited to get started. There's a lot of things this machine will do. And now that we know where all of our accessories are hanging out, as the machine tells us what to use, we will have them right at our fingertips.